filmed it.
Boom! Blah, blah.
Some idea of what just went down. This was from Wednesday, January 27th, 12:30. U.S. military at the White House arresting Congress. And I'm guessing this was last night. Special operations units, including 4,000 deputized National Guard soldiers, remember they did that, acting as U.S. Marshals. And U.S. Marshals, remember, are the only ones that can arrest federal employees like the president.
Yes, ma'am.
Have served indictments on or were about to arrest 67% of Congress. Early Monday morning, January 25th, between 3 and 6 a.m., military vans, buses, and police cars, along with a multitude of police and military troops, were very busy at a blacked-out White House. I just watched everyone in the White House arrested, declared an unnamed person doing one of the two videos shown below, and I'll show you that in just a moment. See, even though the mass media has refused to report it, the U.S. has been functioning under martial law since Saturday, January 9th. An interim military U.S. government was actually running the U.S., and they saw President Biden as a treasonous agent. Well, of course, remember the Act of 1871. Right after Civil War, we had no money, and the Rockefellers, I think, pushed through, the bankers, the treasonous Act of 1871 through Congress, which made the United States, D.C. was a corporation. And we've been operating as a corporation ever since. And so the District of Columbia is a foreign area right now.
Correct.
A few days before Joe Biden's inauguration, and due to foreign interference in the 2020 presidential election, Trump had instigated the Insurgency Act, declared martial law, and deferred his power to the U.S. military. So yeah, the military's been running things, and they have not had communications with the Biden administration ever. I don't think they ever did. I think at one point they did back in December, and then they stopped. Early Monday morning, 25th of January, between 3 and 6 a.m., a blackout occurred in Washington, D.C., around the White House. According to two separate videos taped at the scene, police and U.S. troops were everywhere in the darkness. Military vans, buses, and police cars pulled up to the White House, loaded passengers, took them down the road and across a bridge, and then some vans came back empty to do a repeat. Mustang Medic's recording showed many buses and vans, some marked as military, entering the Capitol grounds. Several people were taped getting out of their cars, showing IDs to guards, and then walking into the grounds. When it was over and seemingly on cue, fireworks lit up the sky. Reports from those on the ground.
All right, part 2 of the actual feed. You can see them all down in here, like they're in a holding or a waiting chamber. Well, nobody hanging from the lamp, that's a good sign. But as we can see, police. Look at this, I'll get closer, I got a good TV. Police. And now you understand these are certified U.S. Marshals because they have jurisdiction over D.C. police. And only U.S. Marshals can arrest a sitting federal government employee. In case you guys didn't know that, just thought I'd let you know. So that's why he deputized 20,000 U.S. Marshals out of the National Guards the other day. That's why when Trump was playing golf today and the reporter made a really wrong comment, but it made me so good in the morning. Because I was so upset with my birthday yesterday. Not from all my clapper friends, because, man, I got so many happy birthdays, I can't count them all. I just want to say thank you. But when Trump was playing golf and the reporter asked him, how's it feel not to be president again? He goes, it's not over yet. This might be the end of it, because after 3 minutes of what you get. So, the lights are supposed to go out, though. Okay, I think they're going to go out right about now. Yeah, this is the good stuff. Okay. Get ready. Let me type in power off. Well, this is a little different than the first feed I had. I just watched about 13 unmarked police vehicles pull around the front road and park next to the White House. Might be happening, y'all. The floodlights on the YB tube above the White House is from the 19th century. Yeah, that light is actually. I believe what I'm watching is live. Well, this is cool. I've never seen this part. You're welcome.
Clapper.
Part 2.
Because of his dementia and subsequently inability to hold office. The deep state had plans to invoke the 25th on Biden, but Harris in his place and Pelosi as VP. Not going to happen. On Friday, January 22nd, a 107 reported that the U.S. interim military government was about to arrest Joe Biden and his traitor deep state politicians in D.C. Crimes of these elite politicians have recently been exposed from findings of the Russia hoax, Mueller probe, impeachments of Trump, and Obamagate. It was reported that to date, 260 global elites have been served. The deal that they got was that if they gave information that was useful, they could have a better death or a jail cell for life. Obama gave up Michelle and then breached his warrant. It was likely that rolling blackouts would occur in the other areas of this country as arrests were being made. Communications would be cut off for a short period of time. There are some mayors, governors, and judges out there with their names on some of the over 222,000
That's the number I got.
Indictments filed in federal courts across the nation since Trump took office in 2016.
How do I know? I know 600 JAG lawyers.
26th of January, from about 11 a.m. to about 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there were massive internet and network outages on the East Coast. Said to be a cover for special operation units making arrests of deep state bad guys. Okay, Simon Parks reported this on his website, that Verizon had all of these outages up and down the eastern seaboard.
So did my
and that's
friend.
unusual. So that is a fact. Soon the emergency broadcast system would be activated to announce all the military would then produce all TV programming for at least the next 72 hours filled with videos of political elites at tribunals accompanied by 7 messages from Trump. The networks have already been informed that they could be criminally liable if they didn't allow the feed to air. With global financial markets imploding on Wednesday, January 27th, the worldwide global currency reset was set to take place. Sunday, January 31st was Freedom Day as per Trump's executive order signed on July 4th, 2020.
Oh, I did not know that.
Last Thursday, January 21st, 2 Baghdad suicide bombers killed 32 and seriously injured dozens of others. That was reported to be deep state Iranian ISIS retaliation for the GCR being pushed out in Iraq and globally. Since Saturday, the 9th of January, the U.S. has been under an abbreviated martial law. The 10 miles of Washington, D.C., White House, and the Capitol building was secured with barbed wire fences and over 30,000 troops. The U.S. military would control all assets, taxpayer dollars, conduct a return to a gold asset-backed dollar, and ensure the Republic would be restored to elements of the original Constitution as written prior to 1871.
This is
the
part 2.
Ruling the U.S. right now. Number 1 is a legitimate interim military U.S.
Part 3.
Videos of the blackout in D.C. and then all the police and buses pulling up to the Congress and then coming out with people inside and then rolling back through again. This is crazy. So I can't confirm any of this. I don't know if this is, I guess we'll have to wait and see if our military announces anything.
And they won't.
Okay.
About 2 hours ago. See this shit.
which that's pretty fucking crazy. That lasted for about 2 hours, and we watch all these fucking cop cars go on this big loop. They do it like 4 different times. Pull off, go across a bridge over here. You can see them all with the sirens on going across the bridge. Come back, do the same thing. They're on all that. 3 buses get escorted in. Lots of police just everywhere. You can see all around the city, fucking police. I watched that for the last 2 hours, talking shit. And then it all goes dark. Gets back to normal. My shit's pulling off.
Damn, buddy.
Look at this shit, Sana. Out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, you see, that wasn't an organized fireworks event, my friend.
This is one of the,
that was 2 days ago, after the inauguration.
You'd say, when it's all said and done, look up at the night sky, or something like that.
You don't think they're throwing a party?
They're not throwing a fucking Biden party. I'm telling you, I just watched everybody in the White House get arrested.
That looks like we just busted a bunch of communists. Here we go. Here's the one nobody has seen. Save this.
Can't figure it out.
Look at this. Sheriff's
What I
bus?
understand,
That's a sheriff's bus.
this is again. This is called chatter because I've only heard it online and I can't back it up.
Well,
with
I've been on a
multiple
sheriff's
sources.
bus, Betty,
But
and that's
this
a
whole
fucking sheriff's
operation
bus.
Was set up to let them commit treason, so they would certify an election that constitutionally cannot be certified.
We all know that.
And all
They
the
had
people
to
that
sign
committed
the
treason-
paperwork.
Does anybody know how many indictments have been created?
222,000 plus worldwide.
Look at this. And what's bizarre is all the buses are different, different companies.
Of course, there's a lot. Well, are you ready for part 4, my friends? Da 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 da.
Still, isn't it bizarre? Military operations usually are just a bunch of the same thing, right?
Oh no, not when it's
All right, we got
tribunal.
539 people looking through my little lens here. All right, let's take a vote. How many of you guys want me to see if I can move around and possibly lose the feed because nobody's bothering me here?
No.
I just stay put and just watch all this activity in front of the
You
Capitol.
just stay there and let us watch those
Sir, be careful. Thanks a lot. Yes.
transport buses
Just stay and watch. Stay out. Military transports.
at 3 in the morning. That's perfectly normal.
But all right, I'll stay put. Thank you guys.
There's a bulletproof one. Did you see that one? That's for high level personnel.
Vicious white
That's
vans.
like they had that one there is like they
Well,
had
not 2 weeks. Right when they announced.
That's
the
like they
President
had
used
with the
Insurrection
Pope.
Act, these vans were
200 of them
with 2
blacked out.
vans,
That has
3
12
police cars, 2 vans, 3 police cars, 2 vans, 3
12
police cars,
armed
police.
soldiers in each one. Trust me, I know this shit.
Checkmate.
You forgot to say check. Oh, but does anybody else have this? No, just me, a nobody. With almost 250,000
Off
likes.
my lawn. Thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate it.
I gotta find out who this guy is, man. I'm gonna send him a tip.
Angler, thank you very much. Keep it up.
Sam Angler, right on. Good job, bro.
Again, they
Oh.
didn't.
We're getting more. Hang on, that's them, not me.
American flags on a Cadillac. They got out with their coffees, completely ignoring me, and are walking in. Is this pretty hot, guys? 4,000 people watching right now. Guys, straight up, I've been a non-essential worker for like a year.
That's
And
JAG
I try to
military
support my girls,
personnel going in to escort their clients into the buses.
And I think I'm getting really historic stuff. So,
Yeah, you are, buddy.
donate a little bit of money to me to support me and continue to do. I kind of feel like I'm risking my life right now. I'd be very grateful.
I know how you feel, my friend.
All of you gave me $10. That would be amazing. At 4,000 viewers, 4,100. This is the cap. Thank you. Thank you.
I just want $4. All right, this is part 4.
Duke, thank you again.
Part 5, my Clapper family. Are you ready?
Anybody have an opinion on this car? Thank you, Jasmine Cox. Does anybody have an opinion on this?
That is a...
What is this car about? What is this car about, you think?
Dude, that is an Interpol. It's a diplomatic. That means they're getting a foreign diplomat within Congress.
What could be going on?
Well, that's what a lawyer carries behind
This is
him.
amazing. I really think I am the only person out here filming. There's no press anywhere.
There's me, buddy. There's you.
Here with American flags on the hood.
That makes a million.
Who's got an idea of what's going on here? Does
You got
anybody
about
have an idea?
500 JAG officers going in.
Flags don't crack me out.
Jag.
They got a driver. They got out of the back. He's looking at me, and nobody.
No sudden moves, you idiot.
Is this legal, guys? Would somebody tell me that, please?
Tribunal, there are no laws, only what's already in
Deep
paper.
fried Ohio gravy, thank you very much.
Don't stand in front of that fire hydrant. I'm loving it, guys. This is like 3 Christmases in one day. There's another set of 3 JAG officers. The lawyer, her assistant, and the one that carries the paper.
And R. Heath, again, $49 or $50 donation. I really am very grateful, guys. And of course, back to Duke, for your 2 donations. Jay Collins, thank you for your donation. Thank you for your 2 donations.
Sometimes bad guys don't think far enough ahead. They don't understand that just because we as the great American people, as big as we are on the whole planet, have this one central location that is representative of us, it's still only representative. America is a lot bigger than just one little tiny speck on the freaking planet.
This is good. I got
This
time to
city,
kill. You don't mind, do you?
centralized city may represent America right up until it doesn't represent America. It has to be this tough. It got this screwed up because people forgot how easily an enemy can come in by subversion, by misdirection, by lies, through treasonous traitors, through bribery, through black honeypots, every way you can do it.
Ooh,
To get control of a country, to get control of people. Those honeypots.
Yeah, there's some serious crap going down there, my friends. That is not a normal day at the White House. Well, if I knew better and I know better, I'm saying they're probably doing 200 to 300 tribunals right now. Tribunal can be 3.5 minutes long, 5 minutes long. It's 4 judges that President Trump already pre-picked out of any of the existing states that he wanted to. And all the evidence has been turned in because once they violated that law, any and all evidence he had from any local state government, any federal investigation, any major agency over the last 4 years was allowed to be admitted only then as evidence. Now, the special part. He has some very high-level pedophiles. Those you will not be seeing at all. A majority of these people are their first offenders for their connection or association or working under someone like Nancy. But people like Swalwell, sorry, they're looking at 25 years to life. Nancy, forget it. And any and every one of them, most of them, their main punishment from Trump is you'll never have a government position ever again, and we're taking all your assets, which is basically what they deserve. All right, here's the actual live 3-minute feed. And there's an interpretation of dates now. It might have actually happened inauguration day just before they walked out and signed the paperwork. That's why there was less than 100 people in attendance. And they didn't allow President Trump there because they said he was not allowed there. It was not he couldn't attend. They said he was not allowed there because he was a threat to Biden by being there. So they did that. I just want you guys to know that. But this is the actual... Now, if you look down in the corners here, you're going to see cherries. This whole roll is nothing but cherries and berries. What's that? Cherries? What's that over there in the corner? What's that over there? They surrounded the entire city block with over 200 vehicles. Cherries there. Here we go. Now you see the power's on at the Washington Monument. Their key excuse was a circuit breaker failed. Oh yeah, I sure hope you don't have any dams with the circuit breaker like you got in that. But they were old, they said. But that has nothing to do with the White House and the surrounding grounds. You see the high-powered spotlight on a lamp that's powered by a generator? Why is that there? But now the whole time this is going down, they've got all those buses already in there. They already got the JAG officers in there. They're actually holding the tribunals in the White House is what President Trump's exact words were not too long ago. I'm going to do a second half of this.